Hey guys, it's Hoagie. Welcome back to my channel. I would like to tell you a story of something that happened to me in the last week and that I think has been resolved, but we're just gonna have to wait and see because apparently I am allergic to the HRT that I was taking up until like a couple days ago. So it was like last Thursday, not like a couple days ago, but last Thursday. I was noticing like bumps on my legs. It was weird, like they itched like I had been bit, but it was at the same spot on either leg, like right on top where I give myself my injection. And I thought like, okay, maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe it's just that I got bit there, or I had just gotten some new shorts and they sat about right there, and I was like, maybe my skin doesn't like, the material. So I stopped wearing those shorts. I was like, I'll put some hydrocortisone cream on them. It'll be fine. It didn't get any better, unfortunately. So I started doing research, and I had a feeling like I guess it has something to do with the injections. I mean, I didn't want it to have anything to do with it, but it looked like that's what was happening. So I did research. I looked up like reactions to intramuscular injections, allergic to testosterone injections, stuff like that. And I found that there are a lot of people who end up being allergic to the carrier oil that testosterone is suspended in your injections. Like when you get the little bottle, it's got the testosterone in it, and it also has a carrier oil that goes with it so that it can be administered into your body. And for the type of testosterone I'm taking, testosterone cypionate, I think that's how you pronounce it, the carrier oil was cottonseed oil. And I've never encountered cottonseed oil before, so I have no idea if I was allergic to it. So I was worried. I was like, okay, if I'm allergic to it, what am I supposed to do? I don't want to stop taking tea. So this was about in the weekend when I realized that. I was like, oh gosh, I need to talk to someone about this. So I decided to call my endocrinologist on Monday, and it was like, I was worried because Monday is my injection day. So do I stab myself or not? I wasn't having any systemic reactions. I wasn't like, my throat wasn't sore, or like I wasn't coughing. I didn't feel like I couldn't breathe. I wasn't itchy all over. I had these two big bumps and they freaking itch so bad. And so I was worried that like if I injected myself this time, that maybe it would be a worse reaction. Maybe I would have to go to the hospital. So I didn't want to inject myself, but also I wanted to give myself the shot because that's the point. So I called them and I was like, what am I supposed to do? They're like, oh, if you're having an allergic reaction, we want to see you as quickly as possible. So I was like, okay, can you see me today? And they were like, the earliest we have is tomorrow, so Tuesday. And so I got an appointment for Tuesday. I was feeling good about it. Like, they're going to help me out, but they also said, don't inject today. Like, just skip Monday, and potentially I'll be able to inject later in the week, but like, just for Monday, do not do it. So I didn't do it. And I looked up the symptoms, not symptoms, but like the side effects of skipping a testosterone injection. And I was getting like fatigue, irritability, sadness / depression. Like I was like, okay, so it's going to be like just a bad depression day. Sounds great. I didn't really have much of that. I had a little bit of fatigue on Wednesday, but for the most part, it was pretty normal. But anyway, I go to the doctor on Tuesday, and they look at me. They're like, well, you're not having a systemic reaction. It's a mild thing. We're not worried about you, but it looks like you are most likely allergic to the carrier oil. I'm probably not allergic to the testosterone. Let's cross our fingers. I don't know why I would be, but apparently that does happen. So I'm allergic to the carrier oil, which means that they can give me another type of testosterone called testosterone enanthate. It starts with an E, enanthate, I think. And it's got sesame oil in it. And now I have had sesame oil. I have eaten sesame oil. It doesn't bother me. So I am assuming that it's going to be okay. I mean, I am not like injecting it into my body. I was eating it. But I'm assuming if I was going to have a reaction, I would have a reaction if I ate it. So I was feeling good about it. She called it into, I asked her to call it into a different CVS because I think I talked about this in a previous video, where the specific CVS that I have been going to for a long time does not take coupons for controlled substances. And my old testosterone, not covered by insurance, so I wanted to use a coupon because otherwise it was like $60, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to use a coupon that would have brought it down to like $16, but they were like, no, we can't do that. Sorry. This one pharmacist, the individual pharmacist who works at that CVS was like, no, I decided that I don't want to do that. It's like, whatever. So I didn't want to go to that CVS. I found another CVS that's pretty same distance to where I live, and they do all sorts of coupons. So I had a GoodRx coupon, and I found out that I can get the enanthate for like $32, which is half of what I was paying before. So, I mean, I was feeling good about that. She called in the prescription, and I was like, okay, I want to make sure that I get this as soon as possible, because she was like, if you get the testosterone today or tomorrow, Wednesday, inject it when you get it, and then you can do it again on Monday. But if you get it on Thursday or Friday or whatever, just skip this week and do it next Monday. So I was like, I really want to get this shot in this week. So I went to the CVS. I was like, do you have it in stock? Do you know when it's going to be available? And they were like, it's not in stock, but we get shipments every weekday, so it should be in tomorrow. And they looked it up for me. They looked, and they're like, hey, it looks like it's covered by your insurance. And I was like, sounds fake, but okay. I didn't believe it for a second. Did not believe it. But she was adamant. She's like, no, I looked at all this stuff. It says, look, $0. And I looked on the app, and the app said $0. I was like, is it covered by my insurance? Why would it be? I mean, Access, specifically Medicaid, does not cover transgender care. It specifically does not cover transgender care. So I was like, it's not covered by my insurance. This is a lie. It was a lie. But for a second I had hope. I was like, maybe it'll be covered. And I was feeling good. I was like, okay, it'll be ready tomorrow. I'm going to get it. I'm going to be able to inject it. It'll be great. So I waited till the next day, and it had been about mid-afternoon, and I hadn't gotten a text from them saying that it was ready. And I'm, impatient. I want to get it as soon as possible. So I called them. I was on hold for over an hour, and I am so sick of that hold music. Oh my God, I can still hear it in my head. Please make it stop. But I was on hold for over an hour. It's fine. It's whatever. But I finally got a hold of them, and it was the same lady who talked to me when I was in the store, and she was like, oh, yeah, I remember you. Let's see. Yes, we got it in our shipment. We just have to unpack it, and it should be ready in a few hours. And I was like, cool. And she's like, for some reason, it's not saying it's covered by your insurance anymore, and I don't know why. And I was like, I know why. It's fine. It's not a big deal. She was more upset about it than I was. She was like, no, yesterday it said it was covered. Let me see if I can fix this. And she looked, and she read like the codes and everything about why it was rejected. And she's like, needs prior authorization. And I'm like, yeah, it's going to say that. It's going to say prior authorization. And then he's going to give the prior authorization, and it's going to be rejected. So it doesn't matter. I just want it. I want to get the tea. So I hung up, and I got a text like 2 hours later that it was ready. I was like, sweet. Okay, I'm going to go pick it up. I want to make sure I can use my coupon. So I get it up on my phone. I have the GoodRx app, got my little coupon. I go in there, mask on, obviously, and I pick it up. They're like, "Oh, we already got the coupon applied. It's all good. It's $32." I was like, "Sweet, yes." I'm psyched. And I looked at what the bottle was, and it was like a 5 milliliter bottle. And I normally am given 2 milliliters for a month because I take 0.25 milliliters a week. And so I was feeling like, oh, this will last me longer. This is even better. It's even less than $32 a month. This is great. And I get in the car and I like start checking out all the packaging, and it has this little handwritten note on the box that says expires 28 days after first puncture. So it is a month and I'm going to be wasting a lot of testosterone. I don't know why they do that. I get that like people take bigger doses of testosterone so they go through it quicker. But like, why would you give me 5 milliliters if I'm not even going to be anywhere near able to use all of it? Anyway, I was kind of upset. I was like, I could have, if it didn't expire, I could do this for 2 months. But no. Whatever. I get back home. It's about 6 or 7 at night. I take a shower. I get everything ready. I go to inject it in the leg that's less irritated because, you know, I alternate legs. And I made sure that it's farther away from the irritated part so that if it does have a reaction, I will be able to tell that it's that specifically that's having the reaction and not like another belated reaction from the other carrier oil. So I put it in. I did not feel it when it went in. And normally when I put in the plunger, when I press it in, it stings a little bit. I'm expecting that. Like, that happens when I get my antipsychotic injections. It stings. I was expecting that, but it did not. I didn't feel it at all. I was surprised. Maybe that's a good sign. Maybe it's like, well, your body is irritated by the cottonseed oil, so it stung a little bit, but this your body is perfectly fine with, so it's not going to sting. So I'm hoping for that. I really am. But it went in. It didn't bleed that much. It all went smoothly. Everything was great. And that was it. I got it, and I'm feeling normal now. I'm feeling like myself. I'm not super tired. I'm not super sad. It's just kind of, you know, normal living my life. Now, the doctor did say that if I end up being allergic to this, I can try a different form of testosterone, a patch, or the gel, although that is super expensive, and I don't know if I can even use coupons on that shit. So I am hoping that I'm not allergic to this. She did say also that I could technically get it compounded with a different carrier oil at an apothecary, but I don't know how expensive that's going to be. I don't know if they take coupons. I'm just crossing my fingers that that's not going to happen. I'm feeling good about this. I have a positive outlook. I think it's going to work out. But that's my story. It's been a weird week. I have felt weird this week. I have been anxious. I have been upset. I have been worried. I'm doing okay now, though. I'm positive. This is going to work out, and everything's going to be great. And it'll probably be weeks and weeks before I realize if I'm allergic to it or not. So we will cross that bridge when we come to it. But that's my story. Thank you for watching. I hope that this is informative. I hope this is educational. That yes, if you're allergic to it, it's not the end of the world. You will be able to get some other form of testosterone. And hopefully you're not allergic to that. But that's what happened to me. And I will see you guys next time.